Hi children, good morning. How are you all? Hope everyone's safe at home. This year, social science class. What we saw in the last class? Yes, we saw about Guru Nanak, an important saint of Indian subcontinent, isn't it? Then we saw about the teachings of Guru Nanak. Isn't it? What are the three basic elements? Yes, importance of a guru, ideology, and organization. Isn't it? Then we saw about the principles of Guru Nanak. What are they? Yes, Naam Japo, Keet Karo, Van Chako. What are the meaning of these things? Yes, these are nothing but meditate, honest living, and help others, isn't it? Along with that, we have seen about Guru Granth Sahib, isn't it? What is that one? The holy book of Sikhs. It was compiled by the fifth Guru called Guru Arjan. This holy book contains teachings of Guru Nanak and some other gurus. Then Kabir too and other saints of the same period. Today, let us move to the topic the Sufi tradition. The Sufi tradition started in West Asia from the 9th century. Okay, this movement, the Sufi movement, was a parallel one to the Bhakti movement. The Sufi saints and the Bhakti saints they ask people to love God and to live a simple life and to treat everyone equal. Both the saints they taught the same ideas to the mankind. They helped the communities to bring together and as well as they gave respect to each other. Next, we move to the subtopic the Sufis. Okay, who were Sufis? Yes, the Sufis were preachers of religion. Okay, they gave great importance to the devotion of God as well as the importance of love. The Islam spread. What is the meaning for the word propagated? Yes, spread. Islam spread strict belief on which one? On only one God. They did not believe in idol worship. Okay? And the Sufis they rejected the elaborate rituals like Kabir. Kabir he also rejected the elaborated rituals, isn't it? Like that, Sufis too rejected the rituals. Like the saint poets, the Sufis, they too compose so many poems to express their love on God. The Sufis opposed the Muslim religious scholars because these Muslim religious scholars they asked for the elaborate rituals, but the Sufis they need to simplify. Which one? They need to simplify the rituals. The Muslim scholars they developed the holy law for the Muslims. The holy law name was what? Yes, the Shariat. What is the Shariat? The holy law for the Muslims. The important point here is what children? Yes, Islam spread strict monotheism. Monotheism means what? Yes, believe in only one God. That is the strict spread of which one? Spread of Islam. Large number of people they asked the advice of the Sufis and they needed the blessings of the Sufis too. So many people they participated in the music and dance session of the Sufis. The assemblies of the Sufi saints held in Kankas. Kankas is a place which is adjoined to the Dargah. Okay, there in the Kankas, the Sufi saints they fed the poor people, needy people, and the traveler too. Okay, here if the pir, who is the pir? Yes, the head of the Kanka is known as pir. If the pir died, his grave, the grave is known as Dargah. Okay, it would become a pilgrimage center. Pilgrimage center. Which become a pilgrimage center? Yes, the grave. That is nothing but what? Dargah. Then his disciple The disciple of Kankas are called as Murid. Are called as which one? Are called as Murid. Okay. Any one of his disciples would then become a pir. Become a pir. Next, we are going to see about Hasan Nizamuddin Auliya. Okay. Hasan Nizamuddin Auliya was a Sufi. He was lived in Delhi. He was one of the greatest Sufi saints. Okay. He talked with his followers in Hindi. So it was the main reason to make him popular. Amir Khusharu. He was the greatest follower of Hasharat Nizamuddin Auliya. This Hasarat Nizamuddin Auliya's Dargah, it is in Delhi. That's all for today's class, children. What we have seen today, yes, we have seen about the Sufi tradition, Sufis and Hasarat Nizamuddin Auliya, isn't it? The Sufi tradition started in West Asia in the 9th century. The Sufi movement and Bhakti movement, both things were parallel. Okay, these both saints, they preached love and devotion of God, and they asked the people to live a simple life. And the Sufis, they were opposed the Muslim religious scholars, because the Muslim religious scholars, they needed the elaborate rituals, but the Sufi saints, they rejected the elaborate rituals. They needed to make the rituals as a simple one. Okay, then the Sufi saints, they wrote so many poems to express their love on God, and they did not believe in idol worship. They propagated strict monotheism, isn't it? Then the Sufi saints held their assemblies in which place? In Kanquas. If the pir, who is the pir? Yes, the head of the Kantwa. If he died, then that place would become Dargah. Then one of the disciples of the pir, known as Murid, he would become the pir. Then we saw about the great Hasarat Nizamuddin Auliya. He was lived in Delhi. His Dargah also is in Delhi. And then we know that Amir Khusharu was his greatest follower, isn't it? I hope everyone clear about these three topics: the Sufi tradition, Sufis, Hasarat Nizamuddin Auliya. Just take page number 83, children. Give a read. Okay, that's all for today's class, children. Be safe at home. Thank you.